If you're looking for an interesting type of puzzle and you don't want to do just the regular ones, you can always try to do the new Circle of Colors puzzles by Ravensburger. I'm Lisa from Puzzles by Lisa, and I am today going to show you the two last series from Circle of Colors. I have the first one from like about 2 years ago in a video that is going to be attached here as well if you want to find it. But since there are new ones, we're going to start with the 2024 ones and then go to the previous ones that were here before. Actually, I would say yes, we are going to start with those. So, very beautiful kind of thing. There is other silhouette puzzles if you're interested as well. Not in this video. There is additional circular puzzles that exist by Ravensburger. And again, we're not going to cover them here. But you can go to my website, www.puzzlesbyliza.com/round puzzles, and you'd find all of them over there. Or if you go to Circle of Colors, you can go from there also to round puzzles. And of course, links are here below. So let's start with please subscribe, and then you can see more collections and more interesting things. So we're going to start here. So Circle of Colors is actually a very interesting series that exists for the last few years, and the puzzles are circular. That means that there is a middle section thing that is really like at the center, and all the pieces have shapes that are slightly weird in order to create that circle. Most of the time, especially in the year of the first year when it actually started, which was 2022, and in 2024, most of the puzzles actually have colors going from side to side that you can see. It's kind of like, okay, yellow, orange, red, pink, and goes kind of like in some kind of like rainbow colors. It's not very much true in the ones from 2020, the beginning of 2023 or 2022, as we are going to see. But let's start with the fact that I would say this year is probably my most favorite year of the Circle of Colors because they became actually like extremely enchanting. This one is called Dreams, and it is by Marion Blank from 2024. The puzzle is absolutely adorable. Look at the woman here sitting and sleeping on the moon. Maybe like paper moon type of thing. And all the different things around her. There is a giant poster inside, which I don't know why it's there, because apparently no one uses posters from this size. I don't use the box anyway, so for me it doesn't even matter, but I don't know what somebody is supposed to do with that. I think most people said they want like an A4 size poster. But if you like or don't like that one, please write me in the comments. I'll be more than happy to tell Ravensburger about it. And maybe you can see here the piece, like one piece that is kind of weird or shaped piece here. I'll try to make also like additional photos with this because I know it's kind of impossible to see that in the video. Each one of the puzzles is actually created by a different artist, so you can actually find the information about the artist here at the back. So it tells you something about the artist, like the name, the picture of the artist. And it's kind of nice to see like different artists from different places creating those puzzles. So the next one puzzle that I would say is really like very much one of my top favorites is Astrology, and this is by Katia Perez, 2024. Again, you can see her picture here. I'll just try to add all the pictures later on so you can actually see them as well. But overall, this beautiful puzzle Astrology has, of course, all the astrological zodiac signs, and the colors are absolutely stunning. And I totally love the fact that all of that is happening on a black background, unlike the first series that was actually all in white background. I think that it's more successful and nicer. The next one is a puzzle that I don't have anymore. It's called Tropical, and it was by Elise Burns from 2023. The reason I don't have it anymore is because I decided that I don't keep the puzzle because I got a defective puzzle that had one piece missing, like one piece duplicate and two pieces that are missing. So the puzzle itself was nice and it was like a bunch of leaves. It was probably the least favorite of mine in this batch anyway, but it was really interesting, you know, like once in a while when you get a defective puzzle. It is really happening very, very rarely, and I think you all know how many puzzles I'm doing and don't have a problem with, but this one actually, like, I did have a problem with. So I don't have it, but it was nice to do, and I guess it's not there anymore. The next very beautiful one, which is probably like very high on my list as well, is Mushrooms by Alisa D'Assis, 2023. And a beautiful puzzle. I have to say that, like, I really, really enjoyed that. I love mushrooms in general, so I guess that's like helpful in that. And Nathaniel Mortensen made me like mushrooms even more. So if you don't know his mushroom puzzle, then I highly recommend to go and do that one. So I definitely like enjoyed that one a lot. And the next one is Insects. Insects is by Leah Androik. That's also a very, very enchanting puzzle. Beautiful colors, just breathtaking actually when you do it. So I really like this one, and I have to say they're so nice, all of them, that it's very hard to like actually decide what to like even better. And that is the last one from that batch. It's called Seashells. It's by DLC and Irina DLC. And this puzzle is also 2024. I do have to admit that this one I wouldn't put at the top of my list. Like, I mean, I like seashells, but somehow here the colors didn't actually pop up as if you kind of compare this to this one or to that one, or definitely to my very favorite astrology one. So I feel like that could have more potential with more kind of like popping colors and stuff. But I don't know, maybe that's just me. But yeah, I think that from all of those, I think astrology is my most favorite. But as I said, it's very hard to pick because they're all so amazingly beautiful. So now we go back into the 2023, beginning of 2023 kind of like time. And here I think all the puzzles have been more like pizza style. And that means there isn't a lot of the colors actually. Like, there is colors going like out, like in that type of shape. But I mean, I felt they're very similar to each other. So I have to say that, like, is not as good as I think the original puzzles or the 2024 puzzle. So this one is called Donuts. It's from 2023. And believe it or not, that's not one of the more difficult ones among them. So that one is by Liv Van. And again, the photo is in the back here. And overall, I would say I mean, I enjoyed all of them because I enjoy them. But I do have to say that this batch is something that like is not as nice as some of the what we got later and earlier. Then this one is actually called Pizza, and it's actually again not one of the hard ones, especially because here there is some color and here you had something to work with. But again, there's no variety around the puzzle. It's like just doing like basically layers of colors and then continuing. The edge here is the most difficult part, and you'll see that actually like happening in the next ones as well. So as I said, this one is called Pizza, and it's by Anya Todd in 2023. And overall, can't wait to hear what you like more and less. This one is called Ice Cream. I don't think it looks like an ice cream, but maybe it does to some people. Now it's becoming more difficult. Like this one is one of the more difficult ones. I think it's maybe the second difficult one. And, you know, we basically like do it and then you find out actually that it's kind of difficult. You don't always know that just from looking at the box. Then this one, I thought I'm going to like it the most. It was called Rainbow Cake, and it's by Irina Markova, and it's also from 2023. And I ended up finding out that this is a very, very difficult puzzle. And so I have to say that there is not a lot of things that makes it like more difficult to do a puzzle when you think it's going to be easy and then find out it's going to be actually very difficult. So that one I found it actually to be difficult, and I really, really wanted to enjoy this one because the art here is actually very delightful, but it is a very difficult puzzle. So I think I like the image the most, but I have to admit that like to do that as a puzzle the most is not the most fun thing that you can do. And then the next one here is called Candies, and it's by Laura C. Moyer, and that is from 2023 as well. This one is slightly easier because you have some stuff to work with that like didn't exist in the other ones, so it goes much more quickly than the other ones. But again, it's still like they all look the same. Like if I'm not going to show it to you and like show you, like I don't know if you're going to even like tell me which one is pizza and which one is like whatever, because they're very, very similar. And the last one here is called Pokeball. And Pokeball is by Amara Strand. And this puzzle actually have been used in the competition. I believe it was in one of the competitions in preliminary for Worlds or something like that. And that is a really beautiful puzzle. It's probably like the easiest one from all the ones from the 2023 collection. And it's actually kind of fun to do, but as I said, I'm wondering if you're going to agree with me that the batch that we had here in the beginning of 2023 is not as beautiful and nice and interesting and fun to do as the batch that we have from the 2024 or end of 2023. Overall, I would say I love variety, so I like doing sometimes, you know, normal puzzles and sometimes circular puzzles, sometimes shape puzzles, and sometimes like, you know, like whatever that is kind of different and interesting. And for me, like I like different type of art and different type of artists. So I think that like this is very, very delightful, and I hope we'll get more of the circle of colors and more exposure to more artists actually around the world. And I think that all of them were women also, so that also was quite fun and interesting. Please let me know which ones you like the most. Do you like the circular ones? Do you not like it? Do you like the poster to be giant? Do you not like the poster to be giant? Anything that you write is helpful, and I promise to actually pass the knowledge also to Ravensburger. So I'll finish by saying thank you for watching. Please subscribe, and really thank you for your support and your interest. And I hope these are helpful to you. And now we've covered all the circle of colors for at least the next year, I believe. Goodbye.